Welcome to Hoyist.com. This is Noor, the CEO and co-founder. So I just started a playlist in which I will be sharing you guys how you can start your own private label or white label web hosting business. And in today's video, we are going to see how you can register private name servers with your domain name with any other domain provider or at Hoyist. Okay, for this video, we are going to see how you can continue with Hoyist. So let's get started. So before that, I just want to introduce you guys with our reseller hosting or with Hoyist.com. For right now, we have a Cyber Week sale live at Hoyist.com. And if you go for reseller hosting, then to the reseller hosting, if you go to the reseller hosting tab and then to the reseller hosting and scroll a bit down, you can check our plan. We are starting at just $9 per month for 100 and we are offering 100 client accounts. If you go for our advanced plan, we are offering 200 client accounts for just $12. If you go for our agency plan, we are starting at just $17.99 per month and we are offering 800 client accounts. And if you go for business reseller, you can get unlimited client accounts for just $30 per month. One more thing I want to add here that we are offering a free domain name with 4 of these plans, and bandwidth and email account is unlimited with Hoyist.com. And a few things I want to add here, we are offering free Lightspeed, free SSL, free cPanel. We are offering the free one website migration. Today's video, basically we are going to see how you can register private name server or white label name server. So let's get started. Just go to the login tab. So we are logged into our criteria and from the domain tab, from the main 5 tabs, let's go to the domain tab, or you can just go to the domain tabs from here. Okay. So I'm going to continue from here. And then if you have one more thing I want to add here, if you have registered domain name from Hoyist.com, I will suggest you to, actually enable the auto renewal. Okay, if you don't want to, we don't have any issue. But this is a suggestion from all the domain name providers, because most of the clients miss their domain name because they actually do not renew them. Okay, so let's go for the domain name. Now we are on the managing domain name page. Now here you have to just scroll down and here you can see private name server. Click on this section. The page is not successfully loaded. Now I don't want to clear a basic knowledge. Let's suppose I just want to actually clear the basic meaning and the use case of name server. Now basically name servers are the IP address that you can use to connect with the server. Okay. Now when you have let's open a notepad. Okay, so I will just actually tell you how you can what are name servers and how they work. Basically, let's suppose this is a domain name fluxnode.com. I'm using this domain just for an example for this video. Okay, let's suppose this domain name is a domain name and you want to create name server like this ns1 dot the domain name. Okay, so what actually name server does, when you create this name server, you will just have to enter the extension you want to add. If you want to add ns1, ns2, the best suggested is ns1 or ns2. If you want to add ns3, 4, 5, you can add, but I will suggest you to go for just simple ns1. Okay, the first thing you have to add here, which is ns1, which is just an extension, and this is the name server one. This actually means name server one. Okay, and then you have to paste the IP address of the server where you actually want to locate this name server. Okay, let's suppose our IP address for this reseller hosting, we can just go to the our criteria, then go to the email details. I will open this in a new tab. Let's think back. Okay, so we can go to the account information, scroll a bit down, and here we can check our IP address. Okay, this is the same. We actually just have to paste here the IP address, or actually put the IP address here. Now our IP address is now pasted. Now what it will do, when you will click, this is a name server and this is the IP address your domain will be pushed or moved. Okay, when you will click the save changes button, what the server will actually do, or the domain registrar will actually do, this is basically done by the domain registrar. Okay, this will send a request to the domain registrar and it will ask the domain registrar to actually create a name server, child name server. These are actually known as child name servers. Okay, so what it will do, it will in the registrar server, in the registrar system, actually the name server will be created with the name of ns1 dot the domain name or fluxnode.com. In my case, the domain name is fluxnode.com. It will then push the domain name to the provided IP address that you will give here. But keep in mind one thing, that you have to put the right IP address here. In case if you have actually put the wrong IP address and you want to delete it, let's suppose I say click changes button now. The name servers are successfully registered. This means our name server are successful. The name servers are successfully registered. This means that our name server are registered now, and I will suggest you guys to leave it for at least 10 to 30 minutes, because in most of the cases the registrar have lower the burden on the server, which might take 10 to 30 minutes to work the name server properly. Okay. Now what the registrar will do, it will create a name server that will point to the IP address, which may be 1, 2, 3, 4 or any. Okay. In case if you have put it a wrong IP address, in most of the cases the registrar or the domain provider will show an error here, but I will suggest you guys to do not mess with this. Paste the right IP address here. In most of the cases, when people add a wrong IP address and their domain registrar stuck in an issue, and in most of the cases they will not be able to delete their name server. So I will not suggest you to paste here a wrong name server or IP address. So double check the IP. Okay. Now, if you want to modify a name server with any other hosting product, I already told you, if you want to modify or delete name server, you can process with the same procedure, but at Hoyist we are going to manage this. If you scroll a bit down, you can check here and you want to change your name server. Okay. So what you can do, you can just change the name server IP address. Okay. As suppose you have migrated to another server with a different IP and you want to change it, you can just paste here NS1, and then you have to paste the current IP, which is the old one, and then as you paste the new IP address, and it will change the or remove the old IP and provides a new IP address to the name server. I will not suggest you to modify a name server. Better is to go for deleting a name server. It will take less than 1 to 2 minutes. Now, one thing I want to add here also, when you will click on the delete name server section, it will take some time from 1 to 10 minutes to actually process your name server to be deleted. Okay. So take some rest after when you have actually put it here the name server ns1 dot your domain name. Wait for at least 10 to 15 minutes, or I will suggest you to wait for at least 30 minutes. Okay, then again put the second name server. Let's suppose you have two name server, ns1 or ns2. First you have to read the first name server ns1, then take 10 to 15 to 30 minutes of wait, and then you have to just actually put the second name server, and then you have to wait again for 30 minutes, and it will delete the whole name server in 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour. In case it doesn't, if it doesn't work, just actually provide the name servers again 2 to 3 times. Still, if the issue exists, just go for the customer support for any other reseller hosting or hosting provider or domain provider, and they will tell you and they will help you surely. But at Hoyist, our name server and our domains are completely automated. It will take less than 30 minutes. So mostly in cases it will take less than 30 seconds to delete your all name servers. Okay, so you can register more than 1 or 2 name server, and more than 2 name server like 3 or 4. Most of you have seen many other reseller or hosting provider offer a name server for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. In many other cases you might have seen that most of the hosting provider offer 4 name server like ns1, ns2, ns3 and ns4 on their domain name. So you can do the same procedure, but I will not suggest you. I will suggest you to keep it as simple as you can, because it will surely cause many issues. Okay. Then the next thing you have to do, and now we have successfully created the name server ns1.fluxnode.com. And if you want to change the name server, I will not go for this changing the IP, because this is of no use case for our course. But if I want to delete this name server, I just have to paste the name server, and then I have to click the save changes button, and it will delete the name server within a 30-minute maximum. This is the maximum time, 30 minutes. In most cases, it takes less than 1 second or maximum 30 to 40 seconds, but this is the max 30 minute wait. Okay, so if you want the second one is, we are going to create the second name server, the same ns2, and then the paste IP, and then click the save changes. So our second name server is successfully registered. Okay, so now the next step is this: we have to connect this name server with the server. Actually, we have to connect this name server with our WHM. If you are using cpan and direct admin, the procedure will be the same. So let's get into it. We are going to our product setting page, and at Hoyist we have purchased a reseller hosting business plan in the last video. So let's log in into our WHM. Now we are successfully logged into our WHM, and this is our WHM interface. If you haven't seen this before, this is how the WHM look like. And the next step is this: we have to register this name server. Just go to the tools section and click on the basic web host manager setup, or you can just search on the left sidebar on the top, basic web host manager setup. Okay, you have to select the second option, and we will paste the name servers here. Okay, so I have tried this already, these name servers already for a testing video. So we are just going to paste these name server ns1 dot our domain name, and the second is ns2. Okay, and the next thing which you have to do is to just click the save changes button. So our name servers are now registered. If we go back here, you can see our name server are now registered. Now again, I'm going to tell you guys just to leave this for actually 24 hours, because server actually takes some time to connect with the name server properly. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video.